Hooked on the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida.
All right, here we are off Delray Beach. It's early morning. We're planning on going yellowtail fishing. We just put out the lures at the back, trying to get something, maybe a kingfisher or a wahoo, and we're on.
Woo! We got him on, baby. Let's do it.
There he comes up. Woo! Look at that. Pretty fish.
We got a big one, boys. I don't think it gets any better than this.
I just cannot believe how many fish there are here.
This is why you come here. This is why we do what we do. Off of Palm Beach, bro. This is the kind of Jurassic Park stuff that lives out here. Woo! We did it, brother. Nice one.
It blows me away the fishing opportunities that we have in and around Palm Beach County.
Some of the best game fishing that you can have in the entire world.
All right, I'll tell you what we're gonna do here real quick. This is the magic soup, we call it. Okay, the stew, the yellowtail stew, the snapper stew. So all over the state of Florida, you see different styles, but in Palm Beach, something works really good. We start out with a 5-pound block of Manhattan chum. Let it thaw overnight. If you tried to do this an hour ago, you'd have a problem making the soup.
Yummy.
We like to use a little bit of rice in there with the chum, so we're gonna go ahead and put some rice in there. That's an old John Bassett trick. Long-time snapper legend in our area. So you got the rice in, you got the chum in. Now we're gonna use the oats. Okay, we got some oats. Hold that, Cappy.
Yep.
And we're gonna create this mix. While I'm doing this, Cody, you're gonna get me some salt water if you can. Hold on to that, put the cap back on. See if we can just ladle it a little bit. But he's gonna give me some little bit of water in here. Smells just like that breakfast we all love, granola. There she is. This is granola for yellowtails. Go ahead and give me a little bit, little by little. You don't want to make it too soupy, so go ahead, keep going, keep going. That's it. Yellowtails know the right mix. Never use fresh water, we're using salt water. One of the most important ingredients here, the ladle. Without that, you're probably using your hand and you'll never get the smell off. Mix it up real good, guys. Now, a couple of things real quick. Other than the soup, we have a block of chum in the water already kind of feeding back. If you pan behind the boat, you can see the slick behind the boat. So you already have something in the water. This is adding to that. And what we'll do, you don't want to use too much of this. You want to take your time. We'll go over here and set up camp on the transom. You already got ballyhoos behind the boat. Because we have this slick going, you're drawing these fish from a long way away. So it's perfect setup, perfect tide. You already have ballyhoo in the spread.
So you want to start fishing just as that tide changes?
You know, it's
just
not,
after.
It's, you know, down here where we're fishing off Palm Beach, it's kind of crucial if you want to really do well to have a north tide. Now what that means is, when I say north tide, the actual ocean is moving towards the north.
Gotcha.
So north wind is opposite. Yeah. North tide that's going that way, north tide, no tide is terrible, south tide is slow for fishing, north tide is optimal.
So how do you know when it's going to be that north tide, Cap?
You better know a lot of friends or call your local tackle store.
Okay.
And they'll inform you. So yeah, always have a buddy system to be able to do that. So we'll just wait them out. Again, I'll let you ladle the nice soup. Give us a nice ladle.
Awesome.
A wonderful yellowtail
this looks
medicine.
delicious.
See the ballyhoos on the surface. You can see them swirling around. That's a really good sign.
Yummy.
Hooked on the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida, and by Pelagic High Performance Offshore Gear.
He used to work at Rayford Prison up in North Florida, slopping on the metal plates, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
I can see that.
That's where I earned my chops.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's all part of it. We all started somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Get away from the boat. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, you sure see those ballyhoos. Now again, one of the interesting things with this fishing, guys are always wanting to fish real quick. Let's get lines in the water. With this kind of fishing, remember, let's get this slick working. Let's get those yellowtails as close as we can. The closer you hook a yellowtail or any type of snapper to the boat, the better your chances of catching him without a shark catching him. If you sat here and you started fishing real quick and you had a snapper bite, 200 yards back, by the time you'd get him to the boat, some other reefy, barracudas and sharks would probably get him. So we want to get them up here.
Oh, we've got some nice action happening
Yes,
out the
we
back
do.
there. Look at that. We got some fish coming to the boat here. Welcome to another episode of Hooked on the Palm Beaches. Well, this morning we're out with Captain Mark Danley, and we're choosing beauty over brawn today because we're fishing for yellowtail snapper. This is going to be awesome. There's a lot of technique here for fishing for these fish. We're not just simply anchoring up and trying to catch them. There's a whole procedure. We're making an awesome mix and getting these fish chummed up to the boat, and hopefully we'll have some nice top water action with these yellowtail snapper.
Yeah, we got a little one here. I think we're together here. Just stand by. All right, not a big one, but that's a yellowtail snapper. That's what we're after right here. This is the jig head I'm using.
Yeah, perfect.
I mean, it is really tiny. Depending on the current, if you got a lot of current, you're gonna want a little bit more weight. If you got medium to light tide, then you need to back it off on the weight so you don't sink too far below the chum. If you're where the fish are, they're gonna be where the food is. They're gonna be where the chum is. So you want your bait where the chum is. And I'm just drifting it back slow, keeping one finger on the spool. Everybody's got their own technique. Get too far back, bring it in, do it again. You might be getting too deep at that point. And the longer you're here chumming, the closer these things are gonna get to the boat, where a lot of times you see them swimming right behind the boat like these other bait fish. Got a nice variety of speedos, ballyhoos, all kinds of stuff, enjoying our fresh chum. Nice job. We're surrounded here in the Palm Beaches by all these poor people. You can see them scooting by us on their motor yachts, so they're probably wondering what the heck we're doing over here.
So, talking about chartering a boat, you live out of the state or you live in the state. We do a lot of charters with different corporations, private individuals, etc. But if you're ever looking to charter a boat, a couple things you need to consider. Obviously weather's one. The boat you're going on is another. Seaworthiness, obviously you want a crew that cares about your safety, that doesn't need to get the charter in. So you're always concerned about weather. That's number one. So you're always staying in contact with the captain, a week out. Your captain can somewhat have an idea what the sea conditions are going to be. So, you're on a 45-foot boat here, and, this is a relatively stable boat. But if it's 6 to 8 foot seas and you've never been fishing, then those are the concerns that you want to share with a captain. So no question's a bad question. When you're looking for a boat, pleasant, is the captain pleasant? And that's really it. You want that. As far as the fishing goes, certain times of the year, yellowtailing's great. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes we're fishing for wahoo, sailfish, kingfish, dolphin, depending on what's going on. Our big thing that we do a lot is sword fishing. So depending on what it is, time of the year, month of the year, that's what you're going to want to ask a captain. What are we going to be fishing for? Most times he's going to tell you we're going to fish for what's biting. And at certain times of the year in the wintertime, people love sailfish. I mean, this is the sailfish capital of the world off of Palm Beach here. So, it's not crazy to think you couldn't come out here and catch 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 sailfish. This type of fishing, here's what our thought process is here. When it's relatively slow trolling, I know I want to bend the rod for the customer. I want the customer with the rod in his hand, I want the rod bent, and I want them having fun doing this. You put kids, you put adults, anybody on a rod, an 8, 6, or 8 or 12 pound outfit with a rod bent, like James has got right now. He's been fighting this fish for 8 minutes. We don't know what we have on the end of the line. You can't not like that. So to me, it's in our repertoire. It's what we do. Hey, if the snapper fishing is going to be good, we're going to let the people know. We can wahoo fish all day if you'd like. Chances are you may catch one. You got about 20% chance. Or we can wahoo fish for an hour or two. We can go tuna fishing for an hour. But to fall back on something that's we can do pretty much any time, this is it, yellowtail snapper, and they're going home with groceries. So that's really the benefit to this fishing. James, what exactly is going on over there? It looks like you got a really big fish or you're fighting a shoe of some sort.
Looks like a really big boot.
I hear you.
Just solid pulling.
That's the beauty of this. You know, you can be off Palm Beach, and a lot of these guys at a Palm Beach Inlet, Boca Inlet, you have the ability to catch anything here, and we're within 10 miles of catching a fish up to 1,000 pounds. So fishing off of Palm Beach, I mean, it's priceless. I mean, you can go to the Bahamas, you can go to the Dominican Republic, but day in and day out, to be able to bend the rod on fish, whether it's bottom fish, trolling fish, swordfish, Palm Beach area, the Palm Beaches is the spot. One of the best spots in the world, by far. It's awesome. We got James fighting a fish off the corner. We don't know what it is. Here's Mark's got a nice fish. Show that yellowtail. That's a nice yellowtail. For South Florida, this is kind of an average size. Some of the small ones, but when you get these mixed in, anytime you start catching these fish, again, we've been fishing for 20 minutes. You got to allow the chum to take root. You got to be don't be so in a hurry to fish. Get that chum working and get those bigger fish up near the boat. They didn't get big for a reason. They're not going to swim right to the back of the boat where you can feed them. Those bigger fish will hang back. And again, take your time.
Yeah, it's just strong and steady. Yeah, yep. Definitely not a jack. There's no like head shaking or anything going on.
Here we are, we're sitting in 73 feet off of Palm Beach. If this water was clear, you'd look down and you'd see rock piles and sand formations and gullies. These fish are all kind of staging up there. Once we throw that chum there, those fish are coming up. Now, here's the beauty of it. Even though he's fishing with a hook about this size, he's hooked something. Obviously, we've been fighting him for 20 minutes. You got kingfish, you got wahoo that swim in. There's no fences in the ocean, so understand where we're sitting, everything swims. Everything swims right here. There's no, I mean, this is actually a great place to catch a wahoo. Could you have a wahoo on there? Hooked in the lip. You don't know. That's the beauty of this. This is, to me, this is the essence of charter fishing, or fishing in general. It doesn't matter, you got a 12-pound spinning outfit, and you've been fighting them for 15 minutes, and we have absolutely no idea what you have. So this is the day maker. This is it. I love to see the sweat. Look at the smile. You can see the smile, you can see the sweat, and there's nothing better than charter fishing off of Palm Beach.
Oh.
Big cuda. Giant barracuda.
Freaking cuda.
Giant barracuda. Very good. All right. Okay, this is what we tell our charter to stand back, because this thing will do some damage. All right, so go ahead and take that gaff from me. I'm trying to figure out how you hook this. So look at that perfect hook placement. Right there in the corner. How this line didn't get cut off right here, I have no idea. That right there is real deal. And we're probably going to get our jig back. Not a scrape on this line. Hold on, let me hold my arm up. Yeah. While we're yellowtailing, we're catching 40-pound barracudas. There you go, thank you. So again, you never know what you're going to catch.
That feels like 40 pounds, man.
This is what we call the tax man. This is the guy who's eating our yellowtails, or was eating our yellowtails. He's no longer eating our yellowtails. And so, great swordfish bait, we're going to use him. But again, just to show you, 71 feet of water, Palm Beach Inlet's right up the road, and this is the kind of stuff we're catching right off the beach right here.
Legendary. All right,
Big time, man.
Awesome.
Don't wipe down, man. You need to take a shower. All right, we caught the tax man. Oh, we caught quite a few yellowtails. You guys, we'll be right back. We're going to deal with this monster. Stay tuned for more on Hooked on the Palm Beaches.
Hooked on the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida, and by Pelagic High Performance Offshore Gear.
Check this out. Okay, there's one yellow. We got a lot going on here. We got cudas, yellowtail, one after the other. Palm Beaches, right here. Look at it. Couple things real quick, little tips. Guys, we trolled our way down here. We caught a kingfish that was mauled by a shark. most people would throw them back over. Instantly, we're thinking fresh bait. So we had some bonita with us, but what's been getting eaten right now is this fresh kingfish. So if you have something in the box that you caught that's fresh, always use that. Okay, fresh is better than frozen. Number two, a couple things with jigs. Guys, there's different shaped jigs on the marks, different colors. What you really have to be conscious with here is really the size of the lead here. The lighter the current, the lighter the lead. The heavier the current, the heavier the lead. So you don't want to be able to drop a heavy lead and light current where it goes straight to the bottom. Your chum is out behind the boat. Go with the lighter lead. That's a little tip and trick that we use, and the fresh bait is a must.
Over the rail, in the pail. Over the rail comes the beautiful, delicious yellowtail.
A little bit of variety. So we've had a giant cuda, some nice keeper yellowtail, and look at the size of that blue runner. Nice.
So James, I noticed you got an accent here. Where are you from?
Austria.
Austria? Oh, put another shrimp on the bobby, mate.
Whole school of mahis just swam by the boat.
Just gotta keep your eyes open. Be ready.
Big dolphin. Jeez, that was a big dolphin. Big dolphin, yep, 100%.
A lot of Mahi, guys, a lot of Mahi. There's like a 20-pound bull with him. Big school of Mahi came up, some nice gaffers. So I'm fighting one. I'm trying to get somebody else to grab another rod. There's another couple fish with this one that's hooked. A lot of times Mahi will school up together and there's about 5 or 6 fish up to probably 25 pounds in there.
Are they still with it? No. Nice. Well, it's total mayhem here in the Palm Beaches. Just shows you never know what to expect. We're literally in 70 feet of water right now, yellowtail fishing, and we had a nice school of mahi come past. We've got a nice fish here, but there was a giant bull with them as well. So look at that mahi. What a beautiful shot.
Yeah, baby. Never know here.
Never know.
You never know. So here, check this out. So here we are, like I said, we're in 70 feet of water catching snappers. All of a sudden, 6 mahi swim by the boat. You look back here, we're not even a half a mile off the beach. There's another mahi behind us. It's mahi mayhem off the Palm Beaches.
Oh, look at the fish behind us. Obviously a great sign whenever you see a frigate circling like that on fish. And we're watching the bait fish bust on the surface. This is a good sign here. Maybe some mahi coming back to the boat. Stay with us. We'll be right back with Hooked on the Palm Beaches.
Hooked on the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida, and by Pelagic High Performance Offshore Gear.
Clearly, I grew up on a charter boat dock, hatched from an egg.
That's a nice one.
Ooh, good yellow. Normally the little ones quit, but he's keeping fighting all the way to the surface.
Oh, that's a nice
good
fish.
fish there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Beautiful yellowtail snapper here in the Palm Beaches.
Fried yellowtail, popcorn yellowtail, gumbo yellowtail. I like a very light breading and a shallow pan fry. You can saute it. If you got fresh yellowtail, it's just a little butter, lemon, salt, pepper. That's it, man. You don't need to go crazy. You just cook it and don't overdo it. It's gonna be delicious.
Oh, we're getting all kinds of fish today. It looks like we've got a large houndy there. Look at the teeth on this baby. It just shows you the variety here, because here we are fishing for yellowtail, and Cody shouts, "Hey, there's mahi off the bow," and he's hooked into a mahi cow, and he says there's a giant bull with it, and we're trying to now cast at those mahi, and the yellowtail fishing goes totally out of the bag. I mean, no one's trying to catch yellowtail for the next sort of half an hour, and then next minute I'm fishing for yellowtail and I get a small yellowtail, and next minute I'm like, what? I'm on something really big, and holy crow. I mean, 20 minutes, 25 minutes later, we've got the biggest barracuda that I've seen in recent times, probably a 40-pounder on 15-pound line, and here we are again, fishing for yellowtail snapper in 70 feet of water off the Palm Beaches. It doesn't get much better than that. You know, this is the beauty of doing charter fishing in Florida is you can come down here on vacation, whether you're coming down for winter or you're coming down for a summer vacation. Hire the charter guys, because guess what? All you got to do is show up at the dock. These guys are professionals. They've got everything going on the boat. They're rigging you up. They're putting you onto fish. You know, right here off Palm Beach, we really are in the sports fishing capital of the world. And we've got some of the best charter boat fishermen in the world here. So there's a huge fleet to choose from, whether you want to go on a drift boat or if you want to spend a full day targeting fish like swordfish or mahi in the deep blue. Absolutely, they've got the fleet for you here in the Palm Beaches. We'll see you next week on Hooked on the Palm Beaches.